everyone's frames are fine. Hello, everyone. We are recording. I'm not muted. Everyone's frames look great.
Oh, we're recording?
We are.
Hey,
As
everybody.
always.
Welcome to Chack and
We're
Me's.
always recording. Even when we're off air.
What?
Huh?
Are we?
Anyway, good evening, everyone. People from
Hey,
YouTube
guys.
who are watching.
Welcome to Chack and
People
Me's.
who are watching the stream. Not much in terms of announcements. I don't have anything. And, this is going to be a shorter session because of IRL stuff. We got finals and school business and everything else, so sorry to burst your bubble and not fill your fun meter all the way full, but that just leaves you wanting more, which is our jobs. So, Nick, you had your hand raised?
Not anymore.
All right. Then that's it. Shortest announcements ever.
To shut the fuck up.
Like 1 minute, maybe?
I have chosen to shut the fuck up for once.
Wow.
That is
what a
something
great
God, I
most
forgot what I
people
wanted.
fail to choose to do.
He didn't let that last for a second.
No, not at all. Not at all, yeah.
Where the fuck is the thing? There it is. And rhythm. I should change that channel name. It's no longer rhythm. Rest in peace, my man. Alright. Get that started. Hello, Fred Boat. Let's get the F in to this freaking game. Oh, by the way,
Hey.
how do I sound now in terms of, well,
You sound good.
Because
Not bad at all.
like to y'all, it sounds fine, but when I was recording earlier, it sounded like iffy. But I fixed it, I think. So Trouble Cranberry, if you're listening, please let me know how I sound. And if I sound bad, we will figure that out. Until then. So, previously, Azrael and Amaliana had gone their separate ways once they arrived at the capital, separating from Zagros and Serafina. The two of them handled their business, Amy meeting with her grandparents and gaining a strange pendant. Her grandfather saying that she was ready to get into the family business, whatever business that may be when pertaining to being a lady of House Eleanor. Almost forgot the name of her. Let's see. Azrael, he met with an old flame, Marion Thorne, who was the ward watcher of the trade ward. She was getting married to a man named James Anderwin, another ward watcher. A man that Azrael and the party had previously met at Lord Stoneward's party. Amy also met with a shifty character named Barty after helping out with a sticky situation and made a quick friend. Finally, after 5 days had passed, the full party was back together. They spoke at length about each other's travels and time apart, and what they were going to do next. They met with a young woman named Ava, Avalia specifically, once more who had offered a tour of the city. Upon meeting with the rest of the party, a series of questions began towards Azrael. Eventually, it led to Ava feeling very confident that Azrael was in fact her long-lost brother, although it was never confirmed. Following that, the ladies spent the rest of the day and night at a spa, eating a nice home-cooked meal, and had a night on the town. Meanwhile, Azrael had a therapy session with Zagros while they ate ice cream. At the end of the night, the four of them met... You know what I mean, it doesn't matter.
He ate ice cream.
The four of them met back once more and fell asleep within the pillow fort that Azrael and Zagros had made, ending their first night in the capital together.
Yeah, that was great. Good time.
As all of you talk the night away and eventually drift off into sleep, dreams find all of you.
Wait.
Calm dreams. They're whatever you want to dream. Nothing super crazy tonight. It is just a calm night. First one in a very long time. You all wake up, one by one, at your respective times, shortly followed by everyone else. And all of you can hear muffled noises coming from outside of the Pello Fort. Somewhere within the living room. But it's not like people are here. You just hear like very muffled, like talking. Yes.
I hold Fireball as an action.
Okie dokie. Everyone else, what do y'all want to do?
I just
Let it
go
be
out
known
for
that
it.
when you hold a spell, when the turn
gotta
comes
have a
around,
trigger.
that spell goes off.
Oh,
you
fuck,
spend the
fuck,
spell
fuck,
slot.
Fuck.
Yeah.
No,
like,
So I'm going to assume that you don't hold Fireball.
No, I hold Fog Cloud, actually.
Okay.
Little,
Good enough.
slightly less consequential.
Okay. Everyone else, as you all wake up, you can see Zagros is chanting over something, and you see a bit of fog forming in his hand as 6 seconds pass, and then it expands out into the fort. And none of you can see anymore.
No, not just the fort. The whole
I'm like
I'm
half
like,
awake, and I'm like,
I'm like-
what the fuck, Zagros? And I like get out of the fort, like
it's
kind of
outside
like coughing because the air is so thick.
Okay.
everywhere. Whole fucking
Everywhere. Sure. It's a 20-foot radius, so it covers half the living room.
Yep.
As you
Yeah,
get
she
out,
just-
there is fog everywhere to your right, and to your left you can see the fireplace, a few shelves with like liquor bottles and stuff, most of them empty from someone drinking the night away. And you can see in between them is another one of those embedded shards that you saw in Cambria. A shard cast, if you will.
Is that what the mumbling was?
Yes,
from?
you can hear various
do we
talking.
see what they're on about now?
I turn it on. I like.
The screen shoots out, and you hear, "That's right, folks, the Trial of Champions is just around the corner. Some of the major noble houses have begun to make their way to the city, as well as the teams they are sponsoring. Yesterday, both House Messine and House Darkmoor arrived in the capital. Lord and Lady Messina, as well as Lady Darkmoor, have arrived in the capital as of yesterday afternoon, followed by their entourage and those they have sponsored. If you're hoping to catch a glance of them, take a look around the Bright Ward and perhaps somewhere around the capital. Both parties agreed for these amazing photos that you will see now." As he snaps his fingers, you see a first photo appears. He says, "First, the Silver Soothe Singers." The image before you that you see are 4 men, 1 human, 1 dragonborn, an elf, and a tabaxi. And all of them look unbelievably attractive, depending on your beauty standards, of course.
Attracted to
You see all of them are wearing matching clothing, silver. They have similar haircuts with slight differences. Each of them have an instrument except for one of them. One of them has drums that float around him. The other one has a guitar, but it's connected to some sort of strange device. The third looks to have something akin to a flute, but it looks a bit weird. And as stated, the final one has no instrument. They are posing very over the top, like they're basically a boy band. In the background, you can see riding on a caravan of various chariots, an extremely 2 noble-looking individuals, 2 Aarakocra specifically, 1 male, 1 female. They're wearing red and blue clothing. They have various jewelry on, rings, necklaces, earrings, and such. And they are currently visible from their chariot, almost like a convertible. Their chariot has brought the top down so they can wave at everyone as they make their way through the capital. As that picture vanishes in a poof of pixie dust, you hear, "Next, the Crescent Knights!" The next photo you see are 5 individuals. These ones looking much less uniform. You see a human woman, fairly nice clothing, a blue dress that exposes her shoulders. She has brown hair that goes past her shoulders. You can see there is paint on her face. You see a crescent moon on her forehead with 2 streaks of blue down either sides of her cheeks. You can see a staff on her back as well. And she's wearing a necklace that has claw marks on it. Next to her, with her arm wrapped around her, you see a drow woman. Long silver hair that goes past her shoulders, a white top with a purple blouse or skirt-ish. She has a violin that is on her side. She looks very nice. You can see there's armor woven into her dress. Next to the 2 of them, you see 2 men. One of them fairly tall, an Aragonasi. Short white hair, neatly trimmed beard with bright blue eyes, has some tattoos or runes on the skins where it's visible. You see armor, a longsword on the back, and various other weapons. And next to him, you see a shorter, younger looking human man, big round glasses, maybe like 19, 20, short brown hair, a blue cloak with very common clothing, and you see on his side it is a thick tome, maybe to store spells. And slightly off away from the two women to the right, you see a tall-ish half-elven woman, darker skin, shoulder-length red hair, green dress, no weapons on her. She looks perturbed, while the others look fairly happy as they're taking the photo. And then the image vanishes.
It's so great.
We are excitedly...
We'll sort it out.
We are excitedly awaiting the arrival of the others here in the capital. Lady Summerridge just gave a speech a few days ago and should be arriving in the capital soon. However, from our reports, the party that she may or may not be sponsoring has already arrived. Maybe, if you see them around town, you can ask them yourselves. Until then, this is Capital Communications. We'll see you soon. And it vanishes.
Right. So, first of all, this is going to be easy. We can slaughter all of them. Easy.
Yeah, a group of bards, and then what, like...
Bunch of fucking
the other group would have... No offense against bards, but you
My
know...
God, are they all lore bards with like silvery barbs? 'Cause that would be-
I will tell you, because it's obvious, the boy band, all bards. Some of them have
With
like...
lucky silvery barbs, 2 levels in divination wizard.
Sorry,
You lot
guys.
I better not go against them. It's going to be a constant back and forth of us trying to cast Charm Person. It's not going to be fun.
Basically. But...
We shouldn't underestimate them. Magic users are tricky. You know
Well,
what? We should do some scouting. You know,
I would really...
see how they fight.
I want to see that
Definitely
other
wanna watch us
group.
fight.
I rarely ever see drow before, like drow people.
Well, it's because they're horrible people.
Yeah.
That's real.
I mean,
I think my dad's pretty cool.
I don't.
You've never
probably
met
murdered
my
a couple
father.
people.
Yes, how could I think he was cool?
You have to.
That's a good point. For once.
Yes, it was a good point. I tend to have those, don't I?
Not all the time.
How do
So,
you don't know what I'm saying, ever. You've never heard me.
how long is it till the tournament?
It is, specifically, because I chose a date now instead of just, ballparking.
No, you chose a date. Hang on.
Let me pull up my calendar.
Sir?
It's
You
today!
chose a-
No, I'm kidding.
What?
No.
Like, ah!
I believe it was the 14th of Eastern.
I don't have it on the... I thought I had it, but I don't, so 14 boots.
Yes, we'll say the 14th of Eastern. Actually, yeah,
So how many
14th.
days away is that?
It is currently the 7th, so you have a week until the tournament.
A whole week.
I
Shit,
do
what
like
you
the
do?
idea of scouting. Makes
Yeah,
sense.
we
we
could
could watch them
scout.
fight. We should also like just see if we could pick up a small job. You know.
I mean, yeah, we have a lot of
we
options.
could-
We have
we
that
could
one
do it,
guy
like,
that
training.
Pick up small...
Maliana was talking to, right? And then the artist lady that we kind of have a favor for. We should probably get rid of that artist lady job.
Why
I'm
would we
gonna
pick a
kill
small...
her?
If we could...
I mean,
Wait,
it
what?
seems like it's a favor. I would rather get it out of the way so I don't have to worry about doing it.
I also need to get a gun soon before the tournament.
Oh, that's
you know,
actually really important. We should
I think
get that right
maybe
now.
we should go to an antique store. Maybe they'd have something more your speed. You know, you kind of seem like more of an ornate kind of person.
Or maybe
I
we
don't
could
think you'll
give
find those in a
tools,
regular
and
shop.
you could like maybe like, you know, make your own or something.
You're giving me too many good options. I'm not good at choosing.
What? You
Yeah.
had bad options and you didn't take them, so...
Yeah, let's take it right now. Let's just eat
Okay.
breakfast and go right now. Get dressed.
That's
As you were
all.
eating, there's a knock at the door.
I'm
I'll
not
get
getting it
and
this time. Thank you.
Don't
I
open it.
appreciate it.
And I walk over and I look at the
The-
peephole.
I
Okay,
firebolt
people.
the doorknob.
It is Lady Summerridge.
Oh, and I just open.
Our friend.
The door.
Like, hey!
She goes, ah, oh, hello.
Oh, I didn't mean to scare you.
Scared me.
I was
Jeez.
excited.
It's just early in the morning. I didn't expect to be yelled at. May I come in?
Isn't your job to be yelled at?
Obviously, It's your house manner thing.
I
It's
thought being yelled at was your job.
no, governing people is my job. I get yelled at, it's part of my job, but I didn't expect to be yelled at this early in the morning. And she comes in. How is everyone taking to the capital? I'm glad to see you all made it here.
It's
in
very
Memphis.
lovely. Very
Yeah,
lovely.
lovely.
lots of people
Yeah,
to
it's,
meet, lots of things to see, you know.
Good.
I'm just having a good old time.
That's great. That's great. Oh, for Hitch, we put him through processing just to make sure he's not, a spy.
Cecil.
Still. Oh yes, Cecil. And he is being sent to, I forget the name at the moment, but a school for medicine. And when he gets out, he will have to earn the right to one of the buildings within our city to practice his craft. But he
Oh, I mean, that's
should
the
be fine.
path.
It is much better than anti-magic assassins.
Yep.
Speaking of which, none of you have encountered any here, right? I've heard that there are some here, but
Not
I've never
yet,
seen any. Okay.
but also it's a big
Surprisingly
city.
not.
They're probably able to just
Sure, it's
disappear.
only a matter of time before it happens.
Honestly, probably. If they were in Cambria so easily, Madrinos is a really big city. I wouldn't be surprised if they were here.
I was about to say, how would we know if we've seen them?
I guess if you
This
just
is
knew
why
them.
I say we should stick together.
They wouldn't have
I
attacked.
just want to voice that since I've met you guys, I've said, hey, let's stick together, and we haven't. And you know,
I'm going to go on a walk, and Zagros leaves.
What's he
Son of a
going?
bitch.
I bet you 100 gold. They're
I
about to
don't-
whip
Zagros,
his
please
ass
come back.
right now.
I don't know where he went. He does that sometimes.
Well, as a lady,
Overy stays.
Zagros,
Overspace?
you hear in your head, as a lady, I am commanding you to come back.
Zagros goes, ah!
Oh.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You can leave if you want, but I do have something to discuss with all of you.
Overy will hear it. Overy will hear it. And he keeps going. He's gonna.
He's not coming back. And she waves her hand and the door closes.
Classic Zagros.
By the way, Zagros, the buzzing, while it did subside when Ava cast Lesser Restoration, it is now back.
Yep. Gotcha. Thank you.
You've been in the capital for a few days. Well, you two, and she'll point at Azrael and Maliana. Did either of you have any trouble of any sort or something that I need to sort out?
No,
Okay.
not for me anyway.
Good. Whew. I really did not want to. The people in the capital are intimidating, to say the least.
Bitches.
You're not
oh,
here.
Sorry.
Something that I would like to say, when you're ready, and preferably at least 2 days before the tournament, I would like to officially announce that you are the team I'm sponsoring. While everyone already knows, basically, I have to announce it and give them a name that I can put in the tournament. Do you have a name, by the way? I've been meaning to ask.
Visionaries?
We
I
got
think?
really drunk, and I think we have dark visionaries.
Dark Visionaries.
I pulled it from
Intimidating.
my ass or something because it was stuck there or whatever.
I don't want to touch that.
All of us have really good
It's fine.
eyesight.
Do.
I think that's why we chose it.
Simple. I like it. She looks for a piece of paper and writes it down. Then I will get this to the game warden, and there's sort of like a what do they call it? A press release type thing where I announce your name and you're there and you answer a bunch of questions. Do you want to do that? You don't have to.
Yeah, I do.
We
You lot
should.
don't. You don't have to.
I
Nobody
prefer.
yells
I
yes.
prefer if all of you were there, but if not, it's fine.
It would be such a power move not to say anything though, and then just show up to the tournament and kick their ass.
No,
and
we
then
don't have
just
to
walk
say
away.
anything. We could just stand there while we're being introduced and look all badass and angry. And when they can get
Avery says
scared.
yes. He's got that in his list of words, so he goes, yeah.
See, he agrees with me.
Is the bird speaking for Zagros?
I have
I'm
no
assuming
idea.
that's his familiar.
Says
Yes, that's
yes.
his familiar.
Okay, so at
I
least
guess.
Zagros is listening.
Avery says no that time.
Hmm. Oh well. I can't stay long. I do have to go visit my sister in the Golden Keep. I just wanted to stop by and like give my greetings, ask how you were, and figure out plans. By the way, have you seen the Colosseum? Like,
No,
have you
not
been there?
yet.
I'd recommend just checking it out. It's in the entertainment ward in the Vinrick district, not too far from fuck, what's the name? It's hard to miss. It's a big coliseum, so
Yeah, I'm sure we'll find it. Yeah.
Just look for it. It's yeah.
What's it called again?
The Vinrick district or the Coliseum?
Yes.
So, do any of you have any questions?
No.
Oh,
Do you know a good place where to get a firearm, some kind?
a gun.
Yeah.
I haven't taken much interest in them personally, but there should be a gunsmith somewhere in the Brightwater if you're looking for. Are you looking for something to show off, or is for something to use?
Something to use.
Very
Something
big
to
difference.
use.
Okay.
And
Then
cheap.
don't go to the Brightwood. Don't look for one here, because you won't find one that's
Something
cheap.
something reliable. Got some use. And
Reliable.
You sound like my grandfather.
Oh, speaking of which, they're in town, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
I'd like to meet them at some point.
They actually want
Um,
to meet you too. Works
That
out.
makes sense. But gunsmiths, there is one man, a bit of a nut, I'd say. He's a good man. He's just a little. He is a big fan of firearms.
Jesus.
You'll find him in the Bright Town, not the Bright Town. Just ask for a man named Alexios. He's in the southern end of Bright Town, I believe. Closer to the gate, but like to the left-ish. He moves around a lot. That's why I saw him last, like yesterday. When I saw him, I spoke to him last there. But you know, look for him there. He should be there. He's good. His rates are agreeable, and he can make something that's good. Just don't
I
ask.
guess that we're heading there.
Don't ask about his ear. Just don't ask about it.
Oh.
Can you guys take me with you, by the way?
nope,
You're not there.
gone.
Yep.
You're
No,
gone.
no,
Yep.
eventually. Once, find me and then go.
They're going right
No.
now.
We
Nope,
can't.
we're
We're
going right now.
straight to the. We're going.
Going straight there.
I want to mention the ear. I have to mention the ear.
They come with
Should have
us.
stayed.
You should've
Okay.
Or
said
like
it.
Fine.
pop your head in and be
makes a
like,
note of- Overy makes a note of where you guys are going.
So, is there anything else you need from me, or may I depart? Oh, how is the place?
it's perfect.
Okay.
Fog cloud in the room.
Don't even worry about
Just
it.
wanted to make sure. Is that a pillow fort?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Have her check
You
it
can
out.
go in if you want. Have you ever been in one?
Quite cozy.
Yes, I made one with my sister like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
That's very.
Me and Amaliana came home to it. It was the boys' idea.
I mean,
boys.
it's just been a while since I've made one. It looks nice. The architectural structure is sound, and if someone were to bump into it, it won't immediately fall. That's good.
We even made windows. You see, and
I do.
Use like a pillow, like it open.
How many pillows did you use? Those ones aren't even in the house. Where'd you get those?
Show her to
we
the
stole them
song
from
on the
from
third
the
floor of the pillow fort.
I'm the neighbors. My house is next to yours.
Did you not steal pillows?
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
You have so many rooms.
There are a lot of rooms. 8 to be precise, which there are only 4 of you, so if you would like to bring guests, just let me know and make sure they don't steal anything. And if they do, just
No.
let me know so I'll have to pay for it.
Is anyone else's family like Zagra? Well, he's not here.
Overy
Seraphina,
says.
Do you have family?
Overy says no family.
So just me and Seraphina are having reunions.
Oh, did
I don't know. Yeah.
Seraphina, do you even have do tieflings even have families? Do y'all like? I
I didn't
imagine
think
that
I was
once the
born.
tieflings
What?
born,
I would
really would
assume
feel it.
so.
You
born
know
out
how
of the
people are
pits of
born for
hell.
sure. I've
Whoa.
heard
No,
you
but,
discuss
like-
it.
Whoa. What the fuck?
I mean,
man?
like, I heard
Dick.
one time one of my friends had a tiefling kid, and he just straight up abandoned it. So, like, I don't know. I've never had that many.
I mean,
Like, what was your childhood like? Just curious. Like, you grew up as like.
I'm gonna go.
real quick before you go,
Oh, yeah. I forgot you
Azrael,
were here.
I'll get back to you on that. I just have to ask.
That's just I know we're friends, but that just seems a bit too deep for me, and I don't think I've achieved that level of like friendliness with you guys. Yeah. I mean,
I'm
unless I have, I
gonna
could be wrong.
Aw.
signal to have her like pull to the side so I can ask her something.
She'll dip off to the side.
Have you heard any noble families coming in from Zastia to the tournament?
I know there are a few. They come in every few decades. Not decades. Few years when the tournament is held. None that like pop off the top of my head at the moment, but I can look into it if you'd like.
Yes, please.
Are there any
I
names you
just
look
realized
for?
how big of a deal this tournament is. And
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, she turns out to face everyone else. If you're not aware, this is the people from all over the continent are coming to see this. This specifically will be streamed all over the country. Millions of people will be watching this. So just, keep that in mind. When you're doing stuff, the tournament is different each time they do it, so I'm not sure what they have in store. It usually goes on for about 4 or 5 days, though. A different thing each day. So just keep that in mind, and please tell Zagros to, keep his manners and
yeah,
such.
that'll be hard, but we'll try.
I have faith in him. I'm sure
Um,
if he puts his mind to it, he can accomplish just that. Was there
Overy
anyone that you
says
were,
no. Overy says no.
Was there anyone that you were looking for in specifically? Sorry, it's early.
It's
Just let me know if you hear anyone going by Ashbourne coming to the city.
She's gonna make a roll real quick. That's a 3. Ashbourne. Okay. I will let you know.
Lean in to hear all this.
Make a perception check. I'll say since it's whispering and you're in the same room, the DC is not super high, but it's still failable. I'll give it a DC like.
I cast guidance suddenly.
Ah, you're so nosy.
11. Ooh.
Plus the D4. 13.
13 was the DC.
oh!
So you hear bits and pieces of it, and eventually you're able to put together like a few words to string along the conversation that make it make sense. So yeah, you hear it. Sure, of course. I will send word to you if I hear anyone of that name.
Okay. Oh.
She'll turn back. Amaliana, Azrael, do either of you have any questions?
Not for me.
I was actually kind of thinking something.
Oh, that's good. Thinking is good.
So there's a. I don't know. I don't know if I should be doing this. Never mind.
Ask. Just ask.
So there's a person I've been wanting to see, but I can't ever see her. She's one of my daughters. I was wondering, could you plan a dinner before the tournament, maybe?
If I may ask, why? Well, I can put 2 and 2 together, but
I'm not allowed to see her, but I would really like to.
what is her name?
Her name is fuck. I forgot.
Mia
Mia.
Thorne.
That's an odd name.
Mia.
Yes, Mia Thorne. I think.
Mia Thorne.
Thorne. I have not spoken to House Thorne in quite some time.
Oh, noted.
Our family's had a good enough relationship. I should be able to put something together.
Maybe, just so you know, it could be like relatives, like all of our relatives or something. So like,
Yes, you can be my grandparents.
yeah, that would.
Yeah, like a house party.
Aubrey
That's
says
not
no.
what
Yeah,
you
like
all
a dinner,
call it.
like a good luck dinner. I don't
No.
fucking know what.
Yeah,
No.
like you introduce us
Yes.
as your tournament people and
No.
you know, I don't know, something like that.
She's
We'll
gonna
get
pet
drunk,
Avery.
There'll be fights. It'll be great.
Like, shh, it's okay.
Okay.
Yes, that sounds fun.
I will
Also,
put
there
something
is.
together. Yes,
Could you also invite the chorus family as well?
Course family. She's gonna make another history check.
I spell that.
Corus.
Out of character, Elroy, what the fuck? You're trying to stir up so much shit.
Well, no. Okay, so out of character, like conversation. Azrael needs to talk to his parents, but he also wants to see his daughter, and like I figured this was just a good.
Do it all at once.
Yeah.
And maybe
More like
have
that
it all go
these,
ape
all
shit.
these like characters interacting now.
Ah, yes.
But I know that's a lot for Sam probably, but
There was a
I
man,
just had to ask.
Richter Course, I believe. He was a light bearer. Retired some years ago.
Wait
He's
a minute.
of some renown. Him and his wife, Ophelia. Yes, I can send them an invitation. Whether or not they accept is up to them. I can't demand anyone attend. But yes, I can always ask.
Yeah, I mean, sure. I just thought it would be nice. I thought I would suggest something nice. But
Is there
if it doesn't
any
work out, that's fine.
relation to the Chorus family? I mean, you're Brotherhood of the Eclipse, so
Yeah, they're my family. My
oh, okay.
blood family.
Nice family reunion then.
Yeah, I thought it would be. It's gonna be a big tournament. Lots of people are gonna watch.
Thorn, she's getting married. Do you want me to invite the fiance as well?
I mean, do you have to?
Not
Yes.
necessarily.
Plot.
But
Development.
if I am to
Plot.
invite them before the tournament and after their wedding,
Wetting.
they may come regardless, since they are now a part of the Thorn family.
So regardless, he's gonna be there. Is that what you're telling me?
I can ask him not to come.
Oh, that's even worse. That's even worse.
That would be worse, but I've seen people do worse.
Then
It's
he will
okay.
show
It's okay.
up
I
and-
can distract him. I can distract
No,
him.
it's fine.
alright.
It's fine. I don't even care. It's and he's just like it's fine.
I can talk to him and keep him busy if you don't want to interact with him.
Listen,
I
No,
have my
no.
waves.
I am the second
Don't
most
worry
powerful
about it.
house in this country. If I don't want him to come, I don't have to explain myself. I just say I don't want you there.
No,
he might hold a grudge, but I don't care. You're
It's
my friend.
fine. It would look weak of me to not invite him. So
All right. Then I
Nobles
will
are
invite
pretty petty, Azrael. It's not that.
you. They are very
Out
Yeah,
of the
I know.
realm of-
I won't go down to his level. So
All right.
You don't know the guy, bro.
If
He
you're
was
sure,
really nice to you guys.
Yeah, what the-
actually, if it is who I think it is, Azrael does know this guy.
No, yeah, you have met him before. James Ander, when you met him after the party at Lord Stoneward's, he's the one that offered you a job.
He's the one that
Is he
Amy was like
also
kind of
just-
low key flirting with.
He
But-
was just being chivalrous.
No, Amy was
I'll
flirting.
ask after the game.
Okay.
Never mind.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure they Never mind.
We'll figure it
Yeah,
out.
I'm
During
sensing
break.
something cooking over there.
So, I am to invite the Chorus family, the Thorn family, and the fiance as well, or
Yeah,
husband, depending on when I invite them. When do you want this to
And
happen? At some point before the tournament.
Maybe Seraphina's family too.
So, Fana,
Eh?
do you have family in the city? I don't want
In
to
the
go
city,
too
no.
far outside of the
Yeah.
city.
They're in a completely different country altogether, so yeah,
Then
impossible.
unless they possess teleportation magic, it'll take weeks to get here. And the tournament is next week, so.
What
So,
about? No, well, I
I'm in-
can't ask Zagros.
I'm inviting the Eleanors, the Choruses, the Thorns, and
You can invite Overy. Ask Overy.
James Anderwin, I believe. That's who she's getting married to. Yes, I'm pretty sure. I believe they sent me an invitation to the wedding. Should I go?
Depends.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, I mean, if you have the time, might as well, right?
Are they like? So is the Thorn
Free
family
drinks.
like under her? Like
No. So
like they serve her? They're a noble line that serves her household, or like
not necessarily.
Oh.
So there's the major houses, and then there's the minor houses. The minor houses are, in some form or fashion, subservient to the major houses, but the 4 minor houses here in the capital answer to the king directly, because they are the warden watchers of his city. However, if someone from a major house was like, hey, do this for me, they would be heavily inclined to say yes, because if they say no, that might end badly for them. Not in death, but like trade and clout and such. So she could technically like make them do something. It's just highly suggested that they say yes to whatever she wants. Even more so because she is the second most powerful house in the country.
Plus, they're on good terms, right? I mean,
So,
good enough.
Is everyone cool with that? Like just to add like this like dinner party?
Yeah, I love
Yes.
that.
And we need a whole
I love
episode.
it.
Whole
Yeah.
it's
episode.
probably going to take a whole episode of just
Yeah.
Tints doing this. A lot of this.
It's gonna be like that Shrek.
Alright,
Oh
so
god, is
I'm-
Amy donkey?
I'm inviting the Eleanors, I'm inviting the Choruses, Anduin, and the Thorns. Alright. If there's anyone you'd like to add to the list, just, I guess, let one of my servants know next door.
I think. I think Zagros' family in the
Does he have
shit
that?
town.
He hasn't mentioned them,
Gila.
so
One moment. She traces something in the air and casts Sending. Zagros, we are putting together a dinner. Do you have any family you want to invite?
Zagros.
You have 25 words to respond.
So first of all, Overy disappears in a puff of smoke, right? From the room. And second of all, hang on.
You die instantly.
Yeah.
It's a wild magic surge and
Yeah.
rolled death.
Zagros cast a 20th level fireball on the entire city, and everyone dies.
Do fireballs get bigger? I thought they just take more damage. I was like, what?
They just take more damage.
Yeah, okay, I don't know how to put it into 25 words, but Zagros basically says, yeah, I have 3 family members. You're in a room with them, bitch.
Do you call her a bitch?
No.
Okay. Well, what
The
do you
only
say
family I
precisely?
have is in that room.
I
Maybe, I
have
don't
3. That's 3 words.
3 for 3.
Azrael, Amy, Serafina. Boom, that's 6 words. Yay!
Okay, and that's it. She will nod.
Oh, no, invite them. Invite them. That's 8. Less than 25.
She will blink. He says that his only family is you 3.
Oh, that's cute.
And he asked me to invite you, but you're already invited, so
Of
I guess
course.
I'll uninvite you and then send you an invitation. So expect an invitation in an hour or so. Alright. Then
Alright,
I
we're
guess
gonna head off
Yes.
to that gun store.
I have
Yeah.
such a busy day. She'll like approach the 3 of you and like it looks like she was going to go for a hug, but then she's like stops and just like pats on the shoulder, like one of
I
the
give her a
fine
hug.
hugs.
Like, what the heck?
Amy's gonna hug her. She doesn't give a shit. She's just like, oh.
I just don't know where we stand. She'll pat on the back. Pat on the back.
You are our employer, but we've become friends at this point, so...
Okay. This relationship is very odd for me. I don't usually make friends with my employees. Well, technically you're not my Technically you are. Well, you're not getting paid to do me a service, so you're not my employees. I'm just sponsoring you for the
You
tournament.
did get fucking paid?
Exactly.
Yes, you were my past
Nepotism at its best. You're just using your nepotism for
Yes.
for our
For your benefit. Gain?
benefit. Yes, there it is.
All right. I'll put that.
That's
on my
what friends
check.
do.
Is it?
Yeah, right.
I.
What's mine is yours. Yeah.
I don't. Sure. I'm gonna go.
Yeah. How it's supposed to go, at least.
And she gives you all a pat on the shoulder again, and then dips. The door closing behind her.
Seraphina's gonna turn to Azrael and be like, I don't know why you're so insistent on gathering everybody's family. Didn't y'all already know that I was not from here?
Honestly, I don't know that much about you, Seraphina. I know plenty about Zagros. I know plenty about Amy.
No, you fucking don't. No, you fucking don't.
I know.
He thinks he
peanut gallery.
does.
Hush, peanut gallery.
You're
not here.
I don't really know much about, like, before. You've always kind of alluded.
Well,
Zagros was
family, they
obviously
live
a
in...
spoiled child growing up. And
Yeah.
grew into a huge man-child that does whatever he wants because he can.
Actually, despite the fact that I can't, is really how I would put it.
Yeah.
I do stuff that I cannot do, is what I would say.
Well, I mean, my family is in Zastia. Someone I haven't thought about in a very long time. You talked about tiefling stuff. I didn't know that I had tiefling blood until these guys started sprouting. She points to her horn. Like a year ago, they were really small. Thought maybe it was a curse or something. Did something bad. The more that I thought about it, I was, one of my parents had to be one, and which one was it? The one that I grew up with, or the one that just left me? The other. Probably the second. But yeah, that's my family. My family is my grandmother and my dad. And used to be a bit bigger, unofficially.
Your mother just left you.
I'm kind of
Well,
liking
I mean,
that fact, I guess, because like the angel wings, like that only happened the first time when we fought those gnolls. And I've been able
Nope,
to
it
do
was
stuff
during the
that-
demon fight.
Hush, peanut gallery.
Yeah, it was the but that was during the gnoll arc, right? Whenever we
Yes.
were fighting
Yeah.
the gnoll things.
It was.
That so we're kind of liking that way. Like I get it. It's
Yeah,
I
it's like,
kinda wanted
where
to
the hell
invite-
did this come from? I have no connection to this, but somehow I still am, that type of thing. And yes, Amaliana, she abandoned me. But, she left me with my dad and my grandmother, and they were fine. They didn't tell me much about her, actually, at all. Don't even know her name.
She doesn't
mean-
deserve to know you if she left you.
I guess so. Yeah. Yeah. And she'll grab like a snack, probably like some pastry or something.
Nutri-Grain bar. Bam. Not much.
Nutri-Grain!
I suppose we should get going then.
Yeah,
Zagros.
get your gun, right?
Yeah, we'll get ready, and hopefully, the bird tells Zagros to. hurry
She's
the fuck
gonna
up.
grab Avery, just be like, "Can
Avery's
you go
gone.
tell your father?"
Avery-
I
Avery's
forgot.
gone.
I
He
forgot.
pushed away.
He poofed. Why he poofed
Because you
away?
mentioned the fucking dinner.
He's like, ah.
Anyways, okay, I'll meet you guys at the gunsmith in Brighttown. That is what
Yeah.
happens. You guys walk in, and Zagros is like, "So what the fuck's up with your ear, man? What's wrong with your ear?"
So, you guys begin making your way to Brighttown. It is on the western side of the city. Zagros gets there first, because he had a head start. Is there anything you like to do on your way there? Yes.
Make a note of. Well, no. Okay. Is there the stinging, the buzzing is pretty much constant, right? No ups,
Yep.
no downs. Okay.
No ups,
Well,
no downs.
Zagros is going to find even better gloves than the ones he has now because he hates these fucking gloves and they're
Sure.
stupid. Find some better gloves on his way there. Yes.
How much do you want to spend on them?
He literally. I'm gonna trade my cigarettes again.
So you're not spending anything.
I don't have any fucking money. I spent all my money on spells. I'm broke.
Trading your cigarettes. Make a persuasion check.
Okay, I also throw a bird in there to sweeten the pot. It's a very nice bird.
I don't want a fucking bird.
Can I? Come on! It's a
Make a
nice
persuasion check.
bird.
18.
Team.
You were able to find probably a man with no better gloves than the last one you found. Maybe slightly less torn. Because the last one you found, he was a beggar, and you just traded cigarettes for it. This man, he looks better off, but probably not too better off. Sure, I'll take your bird, I'll eat it.
Both pairs of gloves on, over each other.
He hands you his gloves. You arrive at Brighttown. It is so you have to pass through the bazaar district, which is, well, a bazaar. There are dozens of
Crazy.
what are they called? Like flea stalls. There we go. Like stalls, buildings, various, and it is big. One of the biggest districts.
Vendors.
Vendors. Yes, that's the word. Thank you. For some reason, I could not recall that. But once you get out of the bazaar district, it falls to various buildings ranging from different sizes. The people here, they don't look like poor, but like maybe like lower middle class, if you had to like gauge it. As you walk, you begin asking around for Alexios and hear, oh, that freak? I don't fucking know, man. Why asking for him?
Don't know, really.
We needed to talk to him.
You're not there, Missy.
Yeah, shut up.
He has a head
Coward.
start.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah!
Oh, I thought you were talking about. I was lost too. I thought you meant like.
Yeah, I
the
thought we
group.
were already there too. No, okay.
So you'll basically experience the exact same thing, it's just Zagros gets there first.
He's like,
Okay, cool.
Alright, I don't know, really. I need to. Go on.
I'll tell you where he is for gold.
Sure. So where is he?
Money first.
I'll find it myself. Thank you.
See ya. He keeps walking.
Do you have a cigarette on you? I need.
I'll give it to you for gold. Man's gotta make a living.
And apparently you also have to ask me for gold, which is not making a living. Thank you.
Sure.
Can't do it. Can't do it.
Alright, see ya. He keeps walking.
Alright, fine, fine. What if I owe you?
What, like an IOU? Nah, man.
God damn it.
It's a big city. I may never even see you again.
That was the plan, yes.
That's fair.
So I go.
Yes.
That was fun. That was fun, but that was also awkward. So I'm gonna go.
You eventually find your way to Alexios about the same time that the other three do, because you are just kind of asking. Everyone's like, "Give it to you for gold," basically like that. But you eventually find someone that's like, "Oh yeah, Alexios, he's right over there." And as you turn to the corner, you see like the three of them making their way down a street, and you guys intersect, making your way towards Alexios. You guys find Azrael. Zagros.
Oh, hello.
How did you get here?
I walked.
How did you get here before us?
I mean, we did talk a
Zagros
little bit
walks
more
in,
after.
Said, well, now I've made it before you, but I hadn't before.
You are
Stand-
so strange.
standing before you is a one-story
That's not very nice.
house, a shack maybe. It's very small. It looks like the size of like a vendor's shack. There is a door. There is one window that currently has shades pulled. This is apparently where Alexios is. You can smell gunpowder or like smoke and ash.
Always smells like
No.
that to me. Hello. Not here.
I go for the door.
It's locked. You hear boom, boom, boom. One moment! Ah! Boom, boom, boom. You hear and the door, and you see a man whose head is about the size of half the door. He has like a part of his face looks humanoid. It's tan. Oh yeah, that I believe.
Torius, right? Number 1.
Yeah, that's Praetorius.
God.
He is not present at the moment. But you see,
Wait, what? Oh.
Praetorius.
Oh, yeah, I
This,
forgot.
like, half of his face is like a dull brown, and it looks human-ish. One of his eyes is like bright yellow. Or not yellow, hazel, sorry. But the other half is all scales. And it's all green scales that come to a pointed tip with the ear. The Roadbreakers logo... What the fuck is their name?
Oh,
Yeah.
I have their
Ghost.
Instagram.
Ghost...
Oh, you have the Instagram?
Crazy Ghost
Ghostbat.
thing.
Ghostbat.
Ghostbat, yes.
Yes,
Ghostbat.
yes.
Ghostbat. They are crazy
Hold on.
good.
Yeah, it's ghost_bat_.
John D. Campos, an amazing illustrator.
Yes.
Check him out. He's really good.
Please do.
But- The man, you see his jaw is like pushed out slightly, and he has an eyebrow raised. He goes, "What do you want?"
To know what happened to you? Good God, man. Oh,
Fuck off, cunt! And the door
please ignore.
slams.
Zagros is going to telepathically be like, no, I wasn't sarcasm. It's a question.
You get out of my head, or I'm gonna
here.
crush yours.
Zagaros, I'm
Will you give me an answer if you crush
I'm
my head? Will you
trying
answer?
to shop. If you don't leave that man alone, I'm going to strangle you.
I know, I'm sorry, I must know. You see?
And there's better ways to ask people things.
There's
God, you and
something that
Azrael are
you-
exactly the same. You have no decorum.
That was incredibly offensive.
The door
That was rude.
opens
I
again.
I
just
was
walk
offensive.
in here like a normal person, minding my own business.
No,
And then I get
I
insulted.
meant earlier when you were. You are both so terrible at asking people personal questions. You have no.
Hey, thanks for
Never mind. Bang, 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 bang.
The door opens
On
again.
the other hand, does mean
You look at the shop.
I
Yes,
do not mean to be.
I
You
am.
come in. The rest stay out.
Okay.
I'm giving very harassment vibes.
Fuck off.
Zagros,
Door
go find a
closes.
goddamn cigarette or something to put in your mouth so you're not talking.
Please forgive my
Shut
friend.
up!
You
He
see,
has no filter.
it is a ogre.
You have a
Or
cigarette.
like a Goliath or half giant maybe. You see, he's crouched like up against the roof. It's like skimming against his head. You see, one of his arms is incredibly large and dragging on the ground. The other one is about the size of your arm. And he says, "Come on then," as he and gets behind the counter. "What do you want? I can make anything." Music starts.
I was in the market for a firearm.
Firearm.
What was that noise? You'll hear
I
that.
can do that. What do you want it to look like then?
I haven't really thought about it, I guess, but
Hmm.
I'm into ornate things, but I also want something useful. If it's pretty, then that's more of a bonus, but I
Do you want
Mostly-
it big or small?
small preferably.
Small. And he brings up his
Mr.
tiny arm.
likes to do things subtly, if that gives you a kind of idea.
Subtle, subtle.
He doesn't know what subtle is. Look at them.
How do you get in here? He.
I missed these steps.
He did. He just.
You need to make
missed
me
it.
an athletic check because he's going to grab you and throw you out.
No, I let that happen.
Yeah. And he slams the door again. This time he closes
so
the shades and like puts shit where you
Okay,
cannot see.
Overy's in there, and Overy like laughs as much as
I
a
am
bird would laugh.
He is
So
going to
sorry
crush your
about
bird.
him.
The bird wasn't doing anything mean. How do you know the bird was mean?
That
Honestly,
man.
if you just ignore him, kind of just stops.
Thinks I'm stupid. I'm one of the best casters in Blighttown. Damn fool.
Nah, he probably won't if he heard me though.
I can still hear him. I can hear all of you.
Sorry about.
You're looking for a gun, miss. I can make you one.
Thank you.
Fools.
How much would that be?
You want a small one that's ornate, but it's useful. How
Yes.
quickly do you want it? I can have it done by today.
I don't want to rush you. However long it takes.
He spreads his hands. I'm not getting much business anyway.
I bet not.
It's quite a shame.
It
Do you
is.
It
have
looks
any
nice.
like?
Yes,
Do you
sir.
have any like special bullets, like a fire bullet or a frost bullet?
Oh, yeah.
Bullets in my fucking hands, and he's
I
in
do.
there.
I do. I'm a bit of a tinkerer, you see. Fire bullets and frost. Yeah, I can do that. I got some in, and he reaches under, and you see, he pulls out just 3 bullets. One of them is red, 2 are blue. This is what I've been able to make in the past hour or so. I've been quite busy. I can make these fitted to your gun if you want.
Oh, that would be lovely. Thank you.
Self-fit into your cottage.
So, do you want this done by tonight, tomorrow, within a week?
I guess tonight if you're not doing anything.
The quickest I can have it done is by... And he raises up his tiny hand. We see is a very nice watch. 5 hours.
That's perfect.
Alright, 5 hours for a smaller gun.
Hey, mate.
Do you want to hide it in your ankle, or do you want it to be able to be seen?
Hey, mate.
What do you lot think? Not Zargaros. The
Find
other
out what
two.
happened to his face.
Can you make it like one of those like concealable pistol size? Like not like.
I can make it
super
collapsible if you
one
want.
Shot. Like a pistol. I don't know. Like
If you want it to be
I
able
don't
to
know.
be
It
hidden...
means your weapon. Like.
Here, one moment. And he, like, lays out a series of schematics that are very well drawn. This one
the
here...
artist.
Thank you. I have to use my small little hand for that bit. This one here, you can hide it in your ankle. However, there is an attachment to make the barrel a bit longer when you're in, how do I say this? Louder situations.
I
Combat,
get you.
if you will. I can make you that one if you want.
I like that.
Alright then. 5 hours, compact pistol.
That's
magic
right.
bullets. Do you want the gun to be magical?
I pop out.
If
the
you
window.
can.
I can. Azrael leaves. Zagros, you cannot see Azrael.
In my head, I'm like.
I'm
leaving
in
out
his
the
head. I'm in Azrael's mind. I'm like, find out.
Don't do that. I am right here. That's
He's facing away from you. He's like, find
It's
out.
like texting. It's like texting someone who's right next to you.
It's like in the same
Find out
room.
what happened. Nice.
You're just like, bitch.
Except I can't just leave him on red. I have to listen to him.
I
Yeah.
must know what happened to his face. It's intriguing.
Alright.
What do you want? Wait, no,
How
I
did
couldn't
he
hear.
become as grotesque as he is?
I don't know.
No, ask him. Find out.
Why?
To prove
Why
that
is
you're
he
better at
doing
asking
this?
things than I am.
Zagros? Look at me.
Yes.
Turn around. Look at me.
What? What do you want?
Breathe in. Hold it for 4. Yeah, you gotta stop smoking.
It's bad for your health.
Alright, just breathe in, hold it in for 4 seconds, breathe out. Then just focus on doing that. See, I don't think you can do it. I think you should keep practicing until you can do it without coughing. Because I don't think you can do it. Okay, we're gonna segue back to.
I can't.
He's just
I
like,
would-
keeps
40
on
seconds
going.
of hard breathing. That's the shit that y'all tune in for, and that's the shit we didn't.
Yes, a magical
I just
gun
wasn't
would be
sure if he was
preferable.
Sorry.
All right.
Out of character, I'm sorry for stealing that from you. Didn't mean to. I'm gonna.
Oh
stop.
that was a funny moment.
The
It
weapon
was-
itself
that was-
will cost around 750 gold, while the bullets will cost around 80 gold apiece. They're very hard to make. I will not take offense if it's too rich. The materials are just very expensive.
How much is the gun?
750 for the +1 add a character, +1 magical, and then to make it more compact. But however, I have the attachment.
We just got paid, didn't we?
Yes. That's
And
fine.
we might get paid
funny.
again. So.
Good. How many bullets did you want? Of the fire or the ice variety?
I'll do 2 ice and 2 fire.
Alright. 4 times 80. 360 gold. So,
Wait, no, that's
1,010 gold, I think.
Right, 320. Isn't that 300?
Wait, yeah. Yes, I can do basic math. 8, 16, 24, 32. 320 gold. So 900. Wait.
Oh.
1,000.
1,020 gold.
There we go. Yes, I am capable of doing basic math.
Oh,
Yes.
my Asian is really coming out right now, guys.
1,020 gold, miss.
Alrighty, I can do that.
Alright. Give me 5 hours and hold on to this, and he will hand you a sending stone, something that you've seen before. When it's done, I'll send you a message.
Thank you.
And tell that asshole outside, if he wants to ever do business in here, then he'll have to apologize.
I
Properly.
am truly sorry about him.
Cyro?
He's a
I
lot.
would not hold your breath on that apology.
I'm not.
That's
I'm not.
true.
I don't expect him to. He doesn't seem like the kind of guy that does apologies.
Oh, no, he doesn't. Yeah, no. He's not the type.
Well, if you ever need anything made, you can come to Alexios the Artificer. And he will wave he'll wave his hand, and you see the door unlock and open again. 5 hours.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Zagaros is
You see,
gonna
he
miss
goes into one of the back rooms.
in a cold sweat. I misty step in a cold sweat before he can go to the right in the doorway of the back room and be like, "You're right. I'm not the very. I just want to say that I'm." And I throw up on the floor.
He's gonna punch you. He's gonna deck you right in the face. You take
I'm not healing you.
10 points of damage
Good
as the
lord.
giant fist just decks you right in the face, and he grabs you by the scruff and tosses you out.
That was worth it. That was
Really
hilarious.
slams the
Um,
door.
I
You
do
deserve that.
finish
I'm
that
not
apology
healing you.
though. I say, okay, bad timing on that. Sorry.
Boosh! Door slams. You don't know if he's listening.
Love, I don't think he
No, he
wants to
doesn't need a
hear
noise
it.
sensor. He just says basically to himself, so I guess I don't really need anything made by you, but you're right. It's a basic modicum of respect is what this is about.
Well, at
And-
least you're learning.
Sorry?
At least you're learning.
About what?
Respect.
So-
Respect.
Apologizing. That's what you're
Yes.
doing right now, right?
Suppose I
So what are we gonna do for the next 5 hours, guys?
We could search down those things that lady wanted for the favor.
I've
Oh,
apologized
that's true.
before.
What
I
did
apologize
you
for
want
things before.
exactly again? You're gonna have to remind me.
This isn't new.
Let's do it for strangers. Usually apologize to us.
And some are rich at one time.
Well, she's a friend too.
Yes, that's true.
Where are we
Fucker's
going
gonna
again?
grow up again.
Just
Vomit.
real quick, who was the quest giver?
Illusion book, a painting of the queen before she died, a sculpture of Madrinos, and I think like an arts and crafts thing that she made that someone stole. I'm not quite sure.
Indeed, those 4 items.
I don't know how we go about finding those items, but
Okay, say
seeing
those
we're in the
items again.
bazaar section, might as well take a look around while we're here, right?
There was
Although these items
And-
might be a little bit more underground.
a book over illusions,
Okay, so a book of illusion sculpture.
a sculpture of Mudrinos, a painting of the queen before she died, and a arts and crafts project. She didn't specify. She just said you'll know it when you see it.
Let me like take some time like in the bazaar section, just kind of asking around and trying to see if anybody knows what
Make
it is.
a investigation or persuasion check.
I'll investigate.
15 for persuasion.
Oh, 23.
You begin asking around about the Book of Illusions is hard to like get information on because there are a lot of books on illusion, so it's hard to specify when you don't know the exact details. A painting of the queen before she died. You hear most of them say, "You're probably gonna check out the art museum over there in the Vinric district if you want to find something on that." Them not knowing that it was stolen. The sculpture of Madrinos, you hear something about it being sold at a event in about a week or so during the tournament, which is odd because not a lot of things happen during the tournament because the focus is on the tournament. Elroy, you had your hand raised.
Fuck, I forgot my questions. Okay, who
Damn
was the
it.
quest giver, real quick?
That was
The artist.
the
that
head
did-
curator of the art museum within Madrinos. I am finding her name right now because I was meant to make a list for the motherfucking
Oh no, Willow?
curator.
Is that her name?
Yeah.
What was it?
Fiona Willow?
Yes, Fiona Willow. She looked extravagant. And her museum is in the Vinric district.
Everything's in the Vinric district.
And then
Oh, it lives
I
there.
had one more question.
It's the place to be, apparently.
Hurrah. Hurrah, hurrah.
I can't remember it.
Okay. So,
It'll come to you.
you guys have 5 hours until the gun is made. What would you like to do?
Oh,
What did that 23 investigation give me?
Oh yeah, can we all roll? Like, can we all y'all all want to just split up and like roll this?
Yes.
If you would like.
Perfect.
For the
Kitty bitty, stop
23, you get more information on the sculpture being sold. It's being held by some rather shady individuals. They don't have a name at the moment that comes to mind for them, at least. But like what you learn is that I wouldn't trust those individuals, the ones that are selling them. They probably stole it more than likely. I don't think the head curator's selling it herself. So
No problem.
I don't
Not a problem.
I got a 12.
you don't find much, sadly.
Damn it.
Without more of a description, it's hard to find stuff. Yes.
I remember my question.
Yes.
The sculpture of Madrinos, like the city.
Yeah.
Make a history check.
Sculpture of your mom.
Because this is not.
I cast guidance and I'm like, God, I pray I remember this.
Because this is not very.
Oh,
Oh, actually,
history and-
you would. 17.
17.
Madrinos was named after a man named Madrinos. So you're not sure if it was the city or the man.
well, I guess we're gonna have to go and meet with that lady, and see if she can give us a little bit more of a description.
What are you looking for? Again? I wasn't paying attention doing your search.
Oh, like under my breath.
You see.
And then I kind of you see Serafina kind of just like. Well, actually, are we split up right now?
let's say you
I
are.
just talked. Oh, okay. Well, okay.
You see, Alexander Pretorius is currently like looking over someone's shoulder at some wares, just going like,
I don't like the Praetorius guy.
I just talk like I'm like talking kind of like not looking anywhere specific, but obviously
Yeah.
talking to him like, oh, we're looking for some items for the head curator.
head
Something about
curator.
an illusion book, painting of the queen before she died, and sculpture of Madrinos, and some arts and crafts thing. She said we'd know it when we see it, but
Sounds boring. If you have anything of import that refers to the arcane, I'll be there. Otherwise, enjoy your time in the capital. And he'll...
I just call him back.
Yeah, he'll...
Okay, and then I go up.
Okay. You all meet once more.
All right, we're going to the Vindrick district then, right? Or do we have anything else better to do?
Quite the city.
Wait, what was that?
Oh,
Like the
Zagros
city?
was just like, I think I got lost. It's a big city or something.
The Bazaar
Oh,
district
okay.
is huge.
I was role playing.
No, no, you're I kind of just start walking. I'm like, all right, well, I guess if nobody ejects, let's go. Or rejects, not ejects.
Objects.
Let's go.
Object.
Objects.
I object.
Wait, Serafina. Learn to speak.
Well, I don't know. I'm
Sorry. I'm
very
sorry.
almost stimulating here. I can't speak. Okay, everybody's talking, and then I have to talk, and then whatever, and then she just walks.
Okay.
This is for my arc. I'm sorry. Okay? I really am.
As y'all are walking, nothing huge happens. There are a lot of people in the city. You cross the districts. As you're making your way through this ward, you see these giant red walls that are almost as tall as the walls outside themselves. And there are these huge archways that separate each ward. And as you pass under one of them, you are now in the entertainment ward. Getting to the Vinric district is fairly easy. You basically, essentially what you did was you went up to the paper district, and then you went through the archway there to get to the Vinric district. And luckily,
Nice.
the museum is fairly close, as is James Anderwin's manor, seeing as all of the Ward Watcher manors are close to the Bright Board. But eventually, after about, let's say, 45 minutes of walking, you do see a huge building with dozens of pillars outside, dozens of like art sculptures outside. It appears that there's like something happening today. There are people outside painting. You see some people like sculpting things with magic, like folding papers. Some of them are like levitating large sculptures in the air and like forming and shaping them. There are various fountains outside. A whole garden is around this giant building. It does not try to hide itself in any form or fashion. And as you
You don't
approach,
think they have spells here? Spell scrolls.
Probably not.
Or cigarettes, for that matter.
You could have gotten cigarettes literally at any of the other shops that she points
I would
to,
have had to pay for it.
literally all the like.
there are
places to
literally rows upon rows of shops just behind you.
No, yeah, Zagros is just a little bitch. I know. I realize. Yeah.
And so
I'm just
you
being
know, like,
bitchy today. That's what I'm doing. That's where I'm going with the character today. All right.
You approach the Museum of Art, and as you enter, you see that there are dozens of paintings, sculptures, and such. And you see currently talking to a few figures that look very regal. Fiona Willow. She's currently talking to them, motioning towards a painting they're standing in front of. She doesn't seem to have noticed you just yet.
You know
try to
what?
get into her like
Field of
eyeline.
view. Okay.
Yeah.
As you're kind of like positioning yourself, she keeps talking. Her head catches you, and she gives you a little wave before she keeps talking. About 5 minutes later, she like bows towards them, and they go on their way as she makes her way towards you. Well, hello everyone. I didn't expect to see you all so soon. How are you?
We're doing
Doing
good.
quite
We
well. Fantastic.
obviously want to complete that favor.
Oh, yeah. Zagros, how's the tattoo treating you?
Fantastically.
Good.
Could not think of any complaints. None.
Great. That's perfect. All right,
And I'm
so
quite complaining, actually.
things you're looking for. Where's my list? Rubio, you got that list? And you see a fairly tall gnomon man in a very nice suit, currently behind a desk, like writing something. He's like, "Oh, huh? Yeah. One moment." As he reaches under and hands her like a fairly short list. As she grabs it. Oh yeah, there it is. All right, so the first thing you're looking for is what's his name? It's a book on illusion, written by. Starts with a
Grey
name.
Mantle. Grey Mantle.
Grey Mantle's a poet, not an arcane
Wait, starts with a
theorist.
what?
An A. I can't remember his name
Alexander
for the life of me.
Praetorius?
Hey, I don't know you. Well, hey, have you read his work before?
Seraphina,
Might
I
as
didn't
well
do
have.
anything.
I've heard of him though.
Really? Huh. Zagros, make a history check.
Okay, I
And
need to get back.
Maliana, if you were
I
also
was
in history,
I was
you may do
like,
so as well.
she probably
Serafina, you
would've.
know who he is. You don't need to
I
make a
have to
history
get
check.
the roast skin
Yeah.
though. Zyros does
I know
say,
him personally.
you know, I didn't know
I
you
had
do
13.
anything. Boom.
13? Amaliana, you know Alexander Praetorius is some old dude that casts magic. He was a pretty, prolific caster back in the day, but that's about it. Zagros,
Yes.
you would know that Alexander Praetorius was one of the founders of one of the first arcane institutions of learning. Back when arcane magic was new, and not a lot of people knew what it did, he was one of the first to be like, okay, this is how this works, this is how this
He was
works,
like the
this is one of the
Aristotle.
schools of magic, so
Plato,
and so.
Socrates, Aristotle of.
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
This was like almost 900-ish years. Actually, even longer. This was very, very long ago. But he's basically considered like one of the fathers of arcane magic.
As soon as she says Alexander Praetorius, Zagros doubles over coughing.
Oh, is he okay?
And then throws up again.
Oh,
kinda
honey, don't do that in my... she
I-
waves her
I'll-
hand and then it
I'll
goes
just
away.
choose not to. I'll just choose not to throw up. You're so smart.
If you feel like you're gonna throw up, go outside. Like, there's no way you can spend this on me being my fault. You threw up in my
It's
museum.
not your fault. It's not your fault. But it's not my fault either.
Don't do it again, or we're
If anything,
gonna wait outside.
Seraphina, it's your fault. How on God's green earth? How on Helos' green earth did you know who Alexander Praetorius? How did you know about that?
I know that.
Yeah, I'm asking Seraphina. Your screen is on this
well-
side, so I'm like looking over at you.
Well, I mean, he is
She's
pretty
actually-
famous, isn't he?
He is. he
Yes,
is.
among smart people.
Are you
No,
calling her
I
dumb?
am smarter than you thought.
First of all, yes, I am calling her dumb. Second of all, I'm sorry at yelling. Sorry about yelling.
Don't yell
I
at my
have
establishment.
Far
please.
more education than all of you, and I barely know who that was, so I wouldn't use that as an indication of Seraphina's intelligence. Don't
No,
call
I
her
know.
stupid.
But regardless of this situation,
Was he always
think
this
you're-
rude?
I think you're smart, Seraphina.
I've gotten ruder. I've gotten much better at insults.
He's-
Zagros, you're
he's
kind of
very
being a
sickly.
jerk today.
Sounds like an
and I
asshole.
don't know
Wait,
why.
what?
He's in
What?
rare
That's-
form. I mean, not
Well,
so
yes,
rare of form, but
You may be the more intelligent person in our party. I mean, Seraphina's not dumb.
yeah, I know how to do stuff. And just because you think that I don't, doesn't mean that I don't. And
But
she's like,
I'm happy you're concerned with her. I feel like that's getting somewhere.
Did you think I was never concerned about any of you?
I mean, the way he sounded,
today, you've
kind of
kind
asshole.
of just been.
All right.
Not
Now,
concerned with
Seraphina
anyone.
is a little bit of an outlier, but the two of you who were in Galen before I was, well, before we all met up, I had my eyes on both of you for a long time. Actually, I do care about you, so take that.
I know you care about us, Zagros.
Well, then I must have misunderstood the
Listen, I would love to watch you all bond, but we do have stuff to get to.
We do.
Yeah.
So, a book on illusion written by Alexander Praetorius. There was the painting of Her Highness before she passed.
We actually got some information on
Oh.
that, if you'd like.
By all means, please.
There's going to be an event that they're going to sell it out. Obviously, some shady people, whoever stole it. We haven't figured out quite where yet, but
I would
it's gonna
probably
be
bet
during
money
the
it was more than likely the voiceless. Fucking assholes.
Yes, giant.
I helped them, and then they fucking steal from me. So, I put money on them. There's something going on with them recently. They're scrambling for money, so not surprised. There was the painting, and then the model sculpture of Madrinos, the man, not the city. And then there's my arts and craft project. What can I tell you about it? It's walking. It doesn't talk, but it's like, it's not sentient, you know, but like, it's like, it moves. I didn't finish it, so it shouldn't be a threat to anyone, but if someone knows how to finish it, they could probably make it a
And
threat.
what was this?
Huh?
Say I wasn't listening. I'm sorry.
Oh, this
I'm
is my
taking
arts and craft
notes.
project.
Okay.
Would I be able to
What
make
is-
a history check? Because I think I know what she's talking about.
Don't worry, she's about to say it.
Okay.
Cool.
It was a golem.
Yeah,
One that's
I knew
made
it.
out of earth, not like metal or anything. I'm not that good yet. But I did find a book, and I've been studying and figuring out how to make them. And then just when I was done, it got snatched up. So if you find it, if you have to beat it up, don't destroy it. There should be like an amulet that was taken with it to like make you like control it. If you can find that, slip it on. You should be able to tell my little buddy what to do, and then you can bring it back to me. So,
Okay.
if you can find those, that'd be just lovely.
all right. Well, we'll try our best. Some of these kind of seem difficult to
Yeah.
find.
I mean, hey, I dropped that price considerably low than my asking price, so I think it's only fair.
No,
And
absolutely.
Then after this, we're even. And if you want more jobs, I don't have any. I'm not in that line of work where I give people jobs. Unless you want to make a painting or something. If you want to make something, I can commission it for you, and then I can pay for it. But that's the only kind of jobs that I offer at the moment.
All right. Well, we'll get to it then, I guess.
Right, thank you for your service.
All right.
And then
I pulled the group aside.
Yeah, she will turn around and leave.
Alright. Zagros, guys, we gotta stop arguing in front of people if we want people to take us seriously as a mercenary group. So,
I think you're addressing
mercenaries.
someone in specific here.
Zagros,
It's
without
not a
looking
guys thing. It's more of a, you know.
Zagros, without looking up, says, "Then don't argue with me."
And don't start it, and then we
I'm
wouldn't have a
gonna-
problem,
You
would we?
started it.
I didn't really say anything.
Stop yelling in my goddamn museum! Get out!
I start
I'm sorry.
walking up.
Shoot!
I'm having a great time today. Today's
She's
a
like,
good session.
she's like, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
Come back
Alright.
tomorrow when you cooled off, if you wanna.
good idea. Let's go. Guys, for real, like,
No, you're right, you're
Zagros, when Seraphina's having a conversation, use that immense intelligence of yours to maybe back her up. Not start arguing and facts about her in the middle. That just makes us look dumb. It's more like, it's just gonna make people question our competence.
You're right. We do want. My thought process was any attention is good attention. But you're right. We're getting that just fine.
I trust you all to make decisions for the group. I really do. If y'all start a conversation, I'm gonna back you up. If I have questions about it or a problem with it, I'm gonna talk afterwards about it. But we shouldn't trip up.
It's another matter of putting all our cards out for everybody to see, and
Is that a
if
problem? I
everyone
don't
handles.
to make decisions.
You don't
Out of
trust
character.
me.
I'm sorry. I love you guys.
Don't apologize to character. Do it after the game. Stay in character.
You don't trust me to make decisions?
Depends on the decision, but generally speaking, no.
Well, I don't understand what you want us to be. Do you want us to be some
Yeah,
type
we're
of
not.
puppets that you just have around? I mean, we're going to make decisions for ourselves. We're a group, but that doesn't mean that we have someone at the top, like you, Zagros, that just has all your strings connected to
No.
us.
Everyone knows Azrael is at the top. Don't put this on me.
Who says Azrael's at the top?
I
If he
think
can't make
that's-
decisions according to you, how is he at the top?
I just said he's at the top. Look at the man.
Yes, in
Um,
battle, but who's the noblewoman here?
Okay.
Look,
Damn.
I just
Well,
know.
now we're fighting about something else.
No, I just know where my strengths are, and I play to my strengths. That's what we should all do, and we should all just trust each other to play to our strengths. That's just it. That's just how we work. I can't control what any of you do, but I can use my own strengths to cover what you can't do. You know what I mean?
I don't mean to make
I
you feel
understand
like you're
this.
puppets. I don't mean to make you feel like you're puppets, and I'm sorry about that. Can I have some gold for spells?
Maybe if you
if you
stop
make-
behaving
I will-
yourself.
I will help you with your I will help you with gold for spells, but you have to promise me that whenever someone's talking, especially to a quest like Giver or someone important, we just kind of we don't argue and we just let the conversation run its course, and then we'll talk about it after. Get what I'm saying?
You're
I've got-
right, Azrael.
I'll just start making notches as opposed to actively. That's a good idea. No more arguments, only notches. And Zagros like pulls out a piece of paper and like makes 100 fucking notches for something.
He's already
Alright.
got them in the. How does? Never mind.
I'm sorry.
Or better
Seraphina.
yet, how about you use your telepathy bullshit? Ah,
Oh, no, that's not a good idea, because then
In
you
your
won't even
mind,
be able to
you
speak.
hear Zagros say, "I don't think you can listen to two things at once."
sure.
I can. I had to learn to, growing up.
Oh, I'll go for you then. Very good.
Seraphina,
Sorry.
Why is it always me?
you hear in your head, this man is going to become a liability. You should kill him. Before it's too late. He shows some promise in the arcane studies, but his pride will be his downfall. If you don't kill him or drop him, he will be the death of you.
I mean,
Just a
Yeah.
suggestion.
I
I'm
mean,
usually right.
guilty.
Wait, who the fuck heard that?
This is
No,
Praetoria
no.
speaking
Me,
in
that's
Seraphina's
Praetorius in
mind.
my head.
Oh,
Okay, Zagros looks at Seraphina and says, "Right, I just didn't mean to pry.
hey,
Is there a reason you know who Alexander Praetorius is?"
Like I said, he's really famous. Didn't he, like, make, like, something arcane? Like, you know, he's...
Huh!
I just know the name, you know?
Understatement of the century.
Magic! Who's the one person I know that does a lot of magic that's really old and it probably has a book? Ah, that guy.
That's considered obscure knowledge.
It's not that obscure.
Well, I don't know, just a random trivia fact I knew. And she goes, and is there someone selling a cigarette, like cigs, like?
Get
Yeah.
your cigarettes here! Cigarette! Get your cigarette here!
Why
I
is he
give him-
so
I give him-
proudly
This is about-
selling them?
This has been an attempt to get me cigarette. That's what this is all about.
I give him
Get
how much
your
for- how
cigarettes
much for
here!
a carton of cigarettes,
For a carton of cigarettes, 2 silver, missy!
right? And I hand him the 2 silver.
I don't like how
There you
proud he
are!
was of it.
Enjoy
I
your
come back-
cigarettes! Wait, before you leave,
Zagros,
sign here that any disease or anything caused by cigarettes is not my fault.
Yeah. I
Zagros
sign.
looks at her, makes a notch, and takes a cigarette.
No. I
No,
pull
he's
them
just
away
being
from.
difficult. I don't actually have any. Zagros just disagrees with everything.
No. But wait,
Oh, okay.
she's not gonna let him take the cigarette. He'll have to forcibly take it from her. And seeing that he's trying to
Okay.
take it from her when she comes back to the group, she goes, These are good people
Scooby
cigarettes.
snacks.
So whenever you don't argue, you get a cigarette.
Okay.
Look at this whole carton here. This whole carton that you've been fiending for.
Zagros, like,
And she slips it into her pocket.
you know how Hades from the Hercules movie, like, he flares up when he
Yeah.
Yes.
Zagros does that and is like, you're entirely correct. And then he tries to snatch him.
Zargros, you hear in your head, she's going to be a liability. We should just kill her.
I love how Azrael and Amy are the only ones who don't have voice. Kind of like,
The voice
It's
is
just like spaced out, like just
We're just
like,
like-
we're just like looking at them.
All this is going to lead to is more arguing, and then these are simple, trivial topics. What happens when you get to more important decisions that you'll kill for?
Zagros, out loud, both
You'll
to
kill.
Queen and to Seraphina, says out loud, you're entirely correct. Cigarettes are not as important. As greater things to come, we need to stay in the city, stay on track.
I give him a cigarette, not knowing that he's not gonna go.
Let's go!
I
That's the spirit.
Azrael, you hear from the god Helos, they're becoming liabilities. You should kill them.
The pantheon,
I'm kidding.
the
I'm
whole
kidding.
pantheon.
Amy just did it.
Fun.
Amy, you're fine.
She doesn't hear nothing. She
I'm
just
not
like,
even gonna lie. I need to be a bitch more often because this
There
is
is
fun.
elevator music playing in your head.
no, it's
nice.
Wii Muse.
Azrael turns to Seraphina and goes, so this is your quest. Like this is like, I mean, I feel like you would be good at tracking this stuff down better than any of us.
I guess
So
so.
you're gonna take lead. So what do we do?
Oh, well, I mean, if it was the voiceless that
Oh fuck, voiceless.
are selling that painting, I mean, we could either buy it off them or we could steal it. But that does make it so the voiceless is against us, so I don't know if we want that.
Well, I guess we just have to try our best to not be seen. Do you think you could just do it? Do you think you could go in and out if Zagros used magic on you or something?
Perhaps, but
Alright.
I mean, we're talking about people who are the same as me. They're very aware of
Do you
the
think you're
things that
better
we
than
can
them?
do. A good amount of them, probably.
I want to see Elroy wants to see Seraphina fucking Mission Impossible this stuff.
High session. High session.
Well, I mean,
I see.
Because we probably won't be able to follow you in there, and get out quietly. But you, just you, do you think? I think you could. That's just me.
I mean, yeah, and we have the sending stones, so I can always message
In
someone
contact.
else, just in case
If you
something
need help.
happens.
I'm in.
Yeah. Well,
You son of a bitch, I did.
I guess we can worry about this at a different day because we do have to pick up Apollonia's gun at some point. And-
3 hours remain.
Oh fuck.
Oh, while they're talking, after we all come to the conclusion of we need to not argue in front of people. Okay, cool. She's gonna walk away and she's gonna look at her
Ah, yes.
necklace
yes.
again. Who has
What are you doing?
she's done her mom, her dad, and her
You done
grandpa,
your mom,
right?
your dad, your. I think that's it. I think you only done it twice.
Okay. Yeah, she's only done it twice. She'll
Where the
do
F?
who all is there? It's her grandfather.
I'm looking right now. Pendant. Session 24. Family reunion. Okay. The pendant. You see, your mother, your father, your grandmother, your grandfather, your aunt, and your uncle.
Gonna do her grandmother.
Okay. This one, it is mainly despair. And that's it. Nothing else. No other emotion side to it. It's just despair. And as you focus, you hear the crashing of waves, crackle of thunder, and as you close your eyes, lights flash in front for a second as lightning strikes. And all you hear is weeping. That's it.
Jesus Christ.
She's gonna like look at her necklace and just be like, "You aren't telling me anything." That was it.
Okay. As a note, you guys can see Lord Anduin's manor not too far from where you are.
Zagros begins walking that way.
The Vendrick district is not as compact as the other districts. It's more spaced out. You see there's a theater, a fairly large one, some other buildings that probably have something to do with entertainment, and his manor is further off in the distance. Zagros has begun making his way there.
Yeah, Zagros doesn't even say
I'll
anything. It's just like,
follow.
Okay. Azrael and Amaliana, do you also follow?
Oh, where are they going? Why are they going? Okay, I guess we're going now.
Okay. And Azrael, do you also follow?
Yes.
All right. As you guys begin making your way to the Anduin estate, you see it is quite big, much bigger than Lord Stoneward's house, or estate rather. It has two large 3-story buildings, or houses rather, that are connected to one another with about 5 other buildings just peppered around the estate. Some of them look like buildings. What's up?
But is it bigger than my house?
Oh no. This is probably about maybe just over a half of your entire estate. Your estate is like miles wide. Yours is big. But a huge estate, much bigger than Lord Stoneward's for comparison. You see the house itself is white and gold, made out of a combination of brick and wood, and even some metal. As there is a very large fence that has little like spears at the very top. There is a gate, and there are 3 guards standing by it. You see 2 of them are like playing some sort of game with like their fingers, where they like shoot at each other, and then as they see you, they stiffen up and hold their spears at attention. Hello.
hello.
I just
Angela, see here, we have a
West. I
question.
believe.
When did you get here?
we
I followed
followed
you.
you.
Can I get that second cigarette now? Please. Please.
You have to be a good boy to get a second cigarette.
I'm sorry. Please.
The guard looks at the 4 of you quizzically, and then looks at Azrael. Looks a bit more like, okay, these guys aren't total idiots. There's a Brother of the Eclipse with them. Do you have your papers?
We're so fun.
Any slips of paper signifying that you're meant to come here? I can't just let you in.
I dig into the bag of
Shoot.
bag of.
Did
folding.
he give me anything?
I believe he did.
He did.
Your ring, or his ring, right?
Oh,
Or
it's the ring
something?
that is not going to be in the bag of holding.
No,
We
he-
did we exchanged rings, right? Or did I just give him mine?
You exchanged
I think-
rings, and he gave you a slip of paper.
Oh, then yes.
Okay.
Boom. Take it.
You will look at it. Yep, that's the boss's handwriting. Fills it back up. Here you are, sir. The gate opens. Don't cause too much trouble.
Thank
So
you,
wonderful
gentlemen.
handwriting.
A servant will be there shortly, and they guide you to not in the manor, but around the manor, to a large garden area. You can see Lord Anduin is there. He's currently sitting on a table. He's sharpening a very nice-looking blade, a longsword that has very intricate designs in it. He's currently sharpening it with a whetstone. He goes, "Ah, good afternoon. I knew it wouldn't be too long before I saw you all again. I imagine you're not here to chat, which I wouldn't mind, but what brings you to my estate? Ah, my lady, And he will take off the ring you gave him and exchange rings. Thank you, I've been missing that one. He'll put it back on his ring and sit back down before he continues sharpening his blade. What may I do for you?
We hear about that job that you mentioned before.
Ah, yes! Awesome! I was so hoping you'd say yes! So, you see, I am getting married soon, in about 4 days or so. Everything's planned perfectly. However, I would like to give my bride an exceptional gift. There is a particular plant, a rose, that I would like to give to her. You see, the symbol of her house is a rose with thorns on it. They are quite rare, not roses, but this rose in particular. And apparently, there were a collective of druids who were cultivating these roses when the weave was torn asunder. Something happened, and apparently they all died. Or something along those lines. I'm still looking into it. Regardless, there are a series of ruins where the druid circle used to be, and they were using those ruins because they were still ruins when they got there. Even before they arrived, they were older ruins of some scholars that used to be there that run deep underground. A dungeon, if you will. There, you will find this rose. I would like you to bring it to me so that I may give it to my wife. Apparently, if you complete whatever the druids were going to do, the rose will last forever, signifying our marriage, hopefully.
Oh, you're both mortal.
I would be willing to pay you for a sum of, I believe, what did I agree on? 5,000 gold, and whatever you find within that, you may obviously keep. And you will be invited to my wedding, where you can network and get even more jobs with people. The dungeon itself, where's my map? And he, like, claps his hands, and only a few seconds later, a large map is brought out. You'll find it if what I researched was correct. And let me move you to the other map real quick. Bam. Bam.
Ah.
Bam, bam. Thank you, ma'am. You'll
Someone
find...
was loud in my ear.
Sorry.
Well, already.
If I was correct, you'll find it about a day south of Madrinos near the Lake of Mythios, somewhere around here in this general area.
Oh dear.
If you ride along the coast, you may be able to find the remnants of the ruin, perhaps.
What is the lake's name?
The Lake of Mythios. 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 Ah!
Okay. Yeah, that's what I heard.
Mythios.
What's this man's name?
This is James Anderwin. Lord Anderwin.
Guy who's marrying your flame.
Facts. Hard
Azrael's
facts.
just like trying
And
to
you have-
pretend he doesn't even exist and just minding
Yeah.
his own business.
Yeah, especially what he's talking about. Amy's gonna be the forefront of the talking.
Okay.
Can
So-
Zagros...
Go ahead.
Okay, in Amy's mind, Zagros says... As soon as he says a day south of Madrinos, Zagros is immediately like, no, we cannot leave. We need to stay in the capital. We've got plenty of things to do here.
She'll send back, if you want to stay here, then you can. We're not going to force you to go. And then she'll turn her attention back to...
The wedding is in 4 days. If you could get it before then I will be able to pay you accordingly. And you will have my appreciation forever. I want this to mean something.
It means something.
So, do you find the terms of the terms of this condition agreeable? Condition? Mission? Quest. That sounds more...
Don't agree to it.
That sounds awesome.
Other ways to get 5,000 gold. Don't you dare agree to it. This is a waste of time. It just has us going on a wild goose chase, I know it.
Sounds agreeable to me. If something comes up, then we will certainly let you know.
Thank you so much.
Far
Think of it as
ahead of time,
training
just
for
in case.
The tournament.
Huh?
Nothing. No, I wasn't talking.
Okay. I will send out invitations to the wedding. Okay. She has been speaking. Do all of you agree with the conditions here? I mean, I'm assuming you're speaking for all of them, but I just want to make sure.
Yeah, I think that that'll be fine.
Perfect! You have no idea how much this means to me. Thank you so much. Then I will send out the invitations. If my sources are correct, you are staying within the Bright Ward, yes?
Indeed, we
Yes.
are.
Within the guest manor of House Summerridge, since you were working with her. Good. Then I will have invitations sent post-haste. Gerard, can you get that sent? Yes, my lord. Thank you, Gerard. You're awesome. Thank you, my lord. And he goes and starts writing them up. So, do you want to stay for lunch or tea, or will you be going?
Now we gotta go.
Yes,
All right.
We have
please, I insist. Take some of these tiny
Amy's-
sandwiches. They're really
Amy's way ahead of you, Azrael. She's
good.
like,
Gerard,
oh, that's really...
make sure that they get those tiny sandwiches you made. Yes, my lord. Thank you, Gerard. Before you
We greatly
leave, you are gifted a small picnic basket with tiny sandwiches. They taste
Take
amazing.
2.
They greatly appreciate
They taste really good. Thank you, my lady. I made them myself. This is Gerard.
I take a third one.
There are about 20, so please, allow me to escort you to the gate.
Thank you, sir.
James Anderon will see you off and wave and say, "Thank you once again! You guys are really cool!"
She'll wave.
And he'll
Whenever
go
they
back.
get far enough away from the estate, Amy's gonna stop Azrael and just take his hand and look at him and be like, "Are you okay?"
We immediately start talking shit about James Anduin.
Are you
that.
okay?
Why didn't
Goofy
you like him?
ass looking
What was wrong with
bitch.
I
With
know,
his
I
fucking
know.
delicious sandwiches.
I know,
You
I
want
know.
to eat
I mean,
I
he
know-
seemed
I
nice
know.
enough.
If we don't like him, then why are we taking the job?
Because I
It's
want
not-
his money.
Yeah, money, and then also
We
he
get
did
money
say that we'd
anywhere.
get more contacts for more
Within the
jobs.
city. We get money inside the city.
You don't have to go, Zagreus. I told you.
Do you think I don't?
Yeah, but I want to be the one that
What is
gets
this?
this rose just to rub some salt into the wound, you know?
Of course.
Yeah,
Because I was
it's
able
kind
to
of
get
like
him.
if you tell that lady that you are kind of, having a thing with, you'd be like, yeah, I actually procured that rose, so it's actually my unending love and not his. And then
Yeah, I could say
I
something
don't
like
understand the
Like that.
symbolism there. Do you know why? Because it's useless symbolism. The rose actually isn't. Never mind. I think you know this, but I can't tell
that.
sometimes.
But I want to be the one that gets it. Because I'm the one that can do it.
If this is what you want to do, then
Of course.
Also, I want to crash that wedding. But now I don't have to crash it.
Now
Yeah,
being
now-
invited.
And
Yeah.
I'm going to get so belligerently drunk there.
no,
They're gonna
that is
probably
not
have
a
to
good
kill me.
idea. You might say things that you'll regret if that happens, and honestly, I don't know if I
I
want to be
think that's a huge-
associated with
yeah,
that
that's-
drama.
I've never said anything that I regret.
And then Zagros can light shit on fire if all goes to hell, and I'll spend the night in jail or whatever.
Absolutely.
Great. It'll be fun.
And you can all spend the night without me. I will not
Oh
be
no,
going
I'm
to
coming
jail.
with you, Amalia. No, I'm not spending the night in jail.
Oh, well then what am I supposed to do?
You two can spend the night in jail.
There's two. Oh, I'm not spending the night in jail. Whoa, wait a minute. Jail would be perfect.
Why
We all
still?
need to spend the night in jail.
So what do we
Wha-
do now?
Why?
Is there anything illegal you want to do?
If you want to do something illegal, just don't tell them that you know who I am.
No, is there anything illegal
That's
that
gonna be the first
would
thing I
happen
say.
to benefit?
As I'm stealing from them and doing something illegal.
Just like I
will
work
do-
for House Leonard.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, is there anything? I'm making a notch just for that. Is there anything that happens to be illegal that would also happen to benefit all of us?
Not that I can think of.
The death of the
Yeah,
king.
right? Oh, well, I guess getting rid of that one guy.
And that's true.
He'll show up eventually, and I think we can take care of.
That would not be illegal. Are you talking about Stainboard?
No.
I'll tell
The-
him to
the-
leave us alone.
The blood
and
person thing that you told
Probably
us
will.
about.
Yeah.
Is my bloody gun ready yet?
Yeah, let's go check.
Ba-doop, ba-doop. Hey!
Okay.
Your gun's ready, madam.
Thank you, sir.
He can't respond back. But
Well, at least he knows I'm grateful.
you double back, and you arrive back at Blighttown. You arrive at his shack. He lets everyone in, except for Zagros. He makes a point to not let him in.
I mean, I don't make a point to walk in, so...
Alright, madam, you're gone. As he shows you, it is a white pearlescent gun with black and red designs woven into it. Not woven into it, like on it. There are roses, and there... Guns and Roses. And there are various designs within it. And you can see on the handle, there is what looks to be the beginnings of a spider web. I couldn't help but notice. If you want me to take it off, I can.
No, it's fine. I love it.
Good.
Was it my eyes?
Yes, it was. Yeah. And your bullets, here's a normal cartridge of just normal bullets on the house because you made such an expensive buy. And then the magic ones are here. And he will give
Thank you.
you...
Do you have more magic bullets than that? I'm actually going to buy her some too.
Of course. I have 10 total, not including those. I got 5 hot, 5 cold.
So, I always carry a spare, because you never know, you know?
A spare
You
bullet?
never know how long it's going to take.
Wait, a gun!
We'll get another set of 2 of each.
Alright. 320 gold.
Back. Alright, 320 gold it is. Never know, you might use them all. You might get in a very prolonged fight where you might need to use it all. You know?
That happened in Hawkeye. You guys see Hawkeye? Great.
Out of character, I don't want to have you worrying about bullets because ammunition is, ammunition.
Oh yeah.
So I don't worry about that.
These are just the
Yeah.
the magic ones. Yeah.
You
I
have
figured.
eight magic bullets, 4 hot,
8
4 cold. Each of them do an extra 1d6 of fire or ice, and the gun itself is a +1 pepper box.
I really think I have the fire damage covered, guys. I do.
Well, what if you run out of spell slots?
Did you need anything else?
More fire.
Got me there. Got me
No,
there.
I greatly appreciate all of your work.
Of course.
It's beautiful.
Thank you. I put a lot of work into the things I make.
That's a good work ethic.
Thank you. People tend to not agree just because, he motions to himself. A big arm, tiny arm, weird face.
Someone ask him what happened. I have to.
Well, it's kind of
It's-
stupid.
It is! And what's great about it is that I can just bait them up if they make too many comments on it. Like your tiny friend out there.
I
What
need to.
happened?
We do
Someone
apologize.
ask him what happened. Someone ask him
Make a persuasion check, Azrael.
what happened.
Oh, I'm kind of good at that. Let me
Someone tell
pray.
me.
Let me do a small prayer to heal us real quick. That's okay. On myself.
He's like, please.
Helos guided me to ask me about what happened to his face. 17?
And
That's pretty good.
then keep going.
DC is 40. 21.
Oh.
Very nice.
Nice.
Oh, since you've been so kind.
I'm like listening. I'm like,
I was cursed by a witch.
Ooh, that would do it.
Me and I got into we go way back. This is more of like a, she's really petty. Like, really petty. And I wasn't having it. So I just left, and then she did this to me.
I had a couple run-in with some
Well, couldn't
couple
you
witches.
Witches be bitches.
just go to a Church of Helos and get them to remove the curse from you?
Ah! The church? Fuck that. Oh, those... No offense to you, they're a bunch of fucking swords. I'd rather chew my own
Curse?
horn off than fucking go to them.
I'm sure there's someone else too, because I mean, wizards can.
You know,
nobody take it.
I've grown quite fond of how I look now. It's more of a pride thing anyway. So, I
Yeah,
quite like it.
understandable.
I look quite scary, So,
I just make a small mention, just like I whispered in Seraphina's ear. The church's prices for healing and such in the city is pretty expensive. if you can't pay it, they usually demand some sort of service. So you like owe the church. You'd have to pay off that debt. It's how we have janitors and like scribes.
That's
It's kind
facts.
of like a debt.
Wow.
So yeah,
Dead?
me and her will probably turn out just fine. We just got into a bit of a squabble as of late, but she'll release the curse eventually. I love her and all, so it's fine. Alright,
Well-
anyway. Do you guys need anything made? Otherwise, I'm gonna get back to some other orders I'm working on.
You got more
No.
orders?
Of course! I'm running a business here!
Well,
Yeah.
earlier you mentioned
Two.
you weren't very busy. Oh, that's
I'm not.
perfect.
I only got 2 other orders.
Well,
One
you will
of them's a
certainly be
noble
getting
woman.
more.
She's really cool.
You will certainly be
Alright.
getting more orders after I get the word out about this lovely gun of mine.
Thank you very much. Networking's very hard for me, you see, because most people don't want to talk to me.
Well,
I
I
understand.
mean, it's not
I
that
don't-
hard because Lady Summerridge actually pointed.
Ah,
at
yeah!
you.
That's who I'm making the dress for.
Oh.
It's a magic one to like stop like shit from hitting you with like arrows and bullets and stuff.
I
Oh,
might
yeah.
need to commission you for that, actually.
It's quite expensive, I must warn you.
Uh,
The materials are very hard to find, but
Um,
if you have the money, I can make it for you.
How much for a corset that protects my intestines?
Let's see how much I charge it for. About 4,000.
Shit.
It's expensive, I know,
I'll-
but
I'll-
it's very handy.
I will come back after I get paid.
Okay. I'll make a note of it.
How much was
Thank
it?
4,000.
4,000.
Oh, that's above my pay. Shit.
Yeah, I have 3,000.
So close. That'll take about 4 days to make. Those are much harder to make, besides just a gun.
Of course.
But when you have the money, don't hesitate to come on by.
Thank you, sir.
Of course.
I'll leave.
Yeah.
I leave at least.
We'll guide you out, close the door, and it is now, let's say, 7 p.m. What's next to do? You have 4 days until the wedding, and 1 week until the tournament. Nick, you had your hand up.
Never mind. I'm gonna save it for another time.
All right.
So
Damn.
are we going to continue looking around? Or should we call it quits for the night and go get some dinner?
Currently, at the moment, what you'll have to do, technically, is James Anderwin's quest, which is a day's ride south. Look for the stuff, the 4 items, one of them being a golem, and I think the press release thing. And then one of you said you want to check out the other teams.
Hmm.
So-
Which one
We
should we
should
do
sit-
first?
Do y'all want to set out for the Rose tonight?
No, tomorrow.
Get it
Tomorrow.
over with?
Go tomorrow.
But if we leave tonight, we can just come back tomorrow.
That works for me. We can take
It'll
shifts.
be fast.
Exactly. Sooner the better. And maybe if we get done early enough, you can deliver it. You can see the look on her face. Oh wait, no, is he giving it to her at the wedding?
Probably.
Yeah.
Kind of like a ring or maybe or something like that. Well, there's probably going to be a ring too because you know the rich. But, you know, kind of a pair deal kind of deal.
Never mind. Let's
So.
just go.
Make your way to the Bright Ward to collect your horses and cart, and then you set out towards, well, south, the ruins. Except one last thing happens before you leave. As you were leaving, you pass by dozens of other people on horseback, carts and wagons and such, but one individual sticks out to you. Seraphine and Zagros, you recognize the man. It is Timolt Graveseer. Azrael and Amaliana, you see a dark-skinned elven man, bald head, tattoos on his head and neck. He has armor underneath it, a blue and red cloak. You spot 2 blades on either sides of his hips, various like throwing knives, vials of the strange liquids, and various pouches. He is also on horseback. He is like y'all are going this way, and he's coming towards you. And as you get closer and closer, go, "Hey!" and wave his hands before he like turns his horse hands up. Sorry, excuse me. And he like directs itself to like where he's now walking with you. Hey, hello everyone. Oh.
Bruce, let's leave town.
I'm driving the cart. Probably.
You two must be the ones that they spoke about. You being the brother of the Eclipse. Azrael, yes? Or is it Phil? I wasn't quite sure.
My name is Azrael, yes.
Azrael. Pleasure to meet you. I am Tim Mossholder. And you, my beautiful lady, what is your name?
You can just call me Amy.
Amy, it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Alright, I'm not going to pretend like I haven't been following you. You're leaving the city. Which I'm not gonna be like, hey, you can't do that. Just a couple things I recommend. I imagine you're not dumb enough to leave in broad nightlight, trying to dodge me. So I only have a few questions. Azrael, yes? You would really make my day if you just happened to, have the book and you didn't already turn it in? Maybe. Please tell me you didn't already turn it in. I
do not have the book anymore, sir.
Fuck. I gotta do my job. Alright. I was hoping to try to avoid the conversation with them, but I'll stop by your order probably before the night's over and ask him about it. Serafina. One moment.
Hello. May I ask why you need to follow up on a order matter?
It's a...
Yes.
The book is a Hemocrat book. It focuses on blood magic. I am a blood hunter. It is my order's job to collect items, information, and books on Hemocrat, because it is insanely illegal. I've been to your order a couple times with a few weapons, a few people who've studied blood magic that I need to take over to them. Usually it's a really long process that has a lot of papers, a lot of arguing, but eventually we're able to go inside and agree on some stuff. It's just annoying. So I was really hoping you had the book on hand, but it's fine. Serafina, I will await your return, and then perhaps before the tournament, we could go up to my order, so we can learn more about your blade. Yeah? I just want to make sure that you are aware of just what you're wielding, and I want to make it legal for you to use it should you want to keep it after you learn just exactly what the blade is and what's inside of it. You don't want to be using that blade in front of millions of people. You know how it goes. So, I will go to a fucking tavern first and take like 10 shots to prep myself for dealing with, no offense, the fucking Order of the Eclipse. No offense, again, the people there are just so rude.
Only 10. Only 10.
Yeah. I need to say somewhat functioning so I can argue with them. Jeez.
Arguing with them doesn't...
It's like a damn debate team in there. Whew.
Lagros makes a knot.
And then afterwards, I will wait for you to get back. I won't pry into where you're going. It's none of my business. Just stop by my place of business when you get back. It's not too far from here. Just find the sanctuary district and find the order building, and literally like 3 blocks down, I'm right there. We're like neighbors, so there you go. All right, I'm gonna go find the tavern. Good luck on whatever you're doing. Peace.
Thank you.
And he will turn his horse back around as you guys are leaving the gates and making your way out of the city.
Oh, let's leave town. Great idea. Let's just leave town. God.
You didn't have to come.
I do.
Well, I mean, the thing is to say, he was really, from the way that he was talking about the blade, they're not gonna do anything bad. They're just gonna explain things. That's it. And I can
Are
choose.
they gonna take that weapon?
We've been over this. Of course they're not doing anything. They just wanted to know. It's just a hassle dealing with them.
Yeah, well, he's gonna get the book, and then he'll be in a good mood, and all of that, so I think it'll be fine.
Good moods don't exist.
Maybe for you, Zakaros.
Iconic line.
It's like
That was
speak-
a badass line.
Speak for
Iconic.
yourself. I'm in a good mood most of the time. Well, not as of late, but usually.
On
I'm
that
in a
note,
good mood.
as you guys halfway bicker, halfway have a nice conversation on the road as you ride off into the night,
Again.
that is where we will end tonight's session. No break,
Oh.
short session. Leave you guys wanting more. However, next session, and maybe the one after that, we begin the dungeon, which I'm excited for. So,
Me too.
thank you for watching. Stick around till next week. We love you guys, as always. 90 followers, thanks to motherfucking Crackety Jones.
Yeah,
And
that's
Mr.
a
Government.
pleasant surprise. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I
Thank
guess
you.
we'll see you when we see you. Yeah. Bye.